Hello, my name is Kark82, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Just noticing that there. Probably don't even need it, but I'm not going to mess with this. I don't know if we need that one either. I might rearrange a few things, maybe put this like underneath or something like that. Unfortunately, since I have randomly decided to put all those quantum things in underneath our fusion, they're kind of in the way. I don't know how they ended up here. It was just because I think I had room and I had channels originally, easy access to channels before I was really doing the wireless stuff. But I have gone ahead and started switching over some of our fusion reactors to tin plasma now. So as we can see, we are gaining supercritical steam. I have this running at 1,000. I did have it up at 1,500, but we were actually not producing enough distilled water. This was slowly going down, very slowly. So it might have taken weeks to run out, but it definitely was decreasing. So I was just like, you know what? We don't need it going that fast. We'll just put it at like 1,000 per second. So we're producing, I think this is what we're producing per tick, basically. Yeah, that actually makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. Because if we come over here, I actually had these wrong. If we put the, if we do that, it does say the optimal flow is 400,960. I had calculated that we needed 12 turbines worth of steam per tick or whatever. So we have 12 of these, so I just, 25,600 times 12. And it is actually 16 turbines worth of fluid or flow or whatever you need. So 16 times 25,600 is the optimal thing. What these do is produce, I think it produces 16 turbines worth of power from 16 turbines worth of fuel, if you want to call it that, but it only uses 12 turbines. So you're saving on, the materials for the turbines. But you do actually need to, if you want the optimal flow, you do need to feed it 16 turbines worth, which is what the 409 per tick is. It says liters per second, but it's actually per tick. So we can see we need 409, producing 456. We're gaining steam. And I've gone ahead, switched this over. This is actually running. It doesn't look like it's running because it's going so fast. It's doing it every tick, but you can see it's running and slowly filling up our silver. I switched over the hydrogen to helium, so I have 2 of those running. And with the 1,000 liters per second that we have on our thing that we're using in here, we are gaining tin plasma. So we're actually producing, with just four of these fusion reactors, we are producing more than 16 turbines worth of infinity turbines can produce. Obviously, we just have these turbines. I'm thinking by the time that these run out, we will upgrade maybe to the huge ones. I don't have anywhere near enough resources for that at this point, and it's not really something I'm it's not something I'm really worried about, but we can basically double. So we're doing 25,600 and we can get it up to 51,200, and the efficiency goes up, so we get more power per steam anyway. But I'm not worried about that. We're producing 100 million 100 million EU per tick we are producing from these turbines, from 4 fusion reactors, and we are producing lots and lots of power. So yeah, very cool. But if we want, it is easily expandable. I mean, if we really wanted to, I could do even more fusion reactors, feed this more, build a whole nother extra large turbine if we want, because it actually wasn't... It's not difficult to build. It's just the turbines that are expensive. But anyway, there is what we are. I think I'm actually going to... I was debating whether we should just let this clear out this molten plutonium. Should I just solidify it back into ingots? I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. Also, pretty sure the hydrogen tank will be completely full, so trying to get this back in a tank doesn't matter. I'm just going to void it. This is just the hydrogen I pulled out. I don't know what we'll do with that. I could just void it. We don't even really need it at this point. Yeah, I have almost 1 million dust. I don't really need to... Do we really need 8,000 ingots? 8,500 ingots? I don't know. I have actually also added a whole bunch of silver bees. And I might even add more. So silver queens producing silver dust. Those are producing the silver dust. Just to help replace some of the silver that we are using. We are getting we're getting tin plasma. And it's getting turned into ingots. If we want, we could transmute them back. So, or tin dust. In here. We can actually transform it back into silver. I don't know how fast it would go, to be honest. Probably not even worth it if we can just produce silver from bees. I don't know. We'll see. If our silver starts dropping, but it's been 1.6 million, and I've had this running for a while. Because, as we can see, we get a decent amount every time. There, we got 184. We got 100 ingots within 5 seconds. Yep, there's more. So I don't think we are. I think we're actually okay for silver, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right. So what do we want to do? I think the next thing. Clear some of this out. Oh man, compact. That could be something we. That would make power even crazier if we do that. But that is like super expensive at this point. I do want to get one. I do have plans on building one of these, but that is its own kind of craziness. But imagine how much tin plasma you can produce from this thing. And all the power we can do. I will probably just keep ramping up power at this point, because unlimited power, we're never going to fill this up. Just produce as much as possible, kind of thing, for the fun of it. Space engine, space elevator, I think, is the next thing we need to start working on. And this is going to be... This is going to be a project, but I'm looking forward to this. This is big. It's going to take many episodes, I think. And I just forgot what I was doing. A-lines. Way back here. Pretty sure I got the space elevator. Yeah. I thought I did that. Alright, so I guess we can start working towards this. Let's get everything crafted up that we... Did I make a recipe for this? No, I didn't. Because that will kind of give us an idea of what we need to do here. Alright, what are these? They are UHV. These are a bit annoying. because I need to craft these. Wetware. Otherwise, these will all stack. Everything else is fine. And I would have to do a whole lot of those plates. Those plates are a bit annoying. Yeah, so I just need the regular, and then I need to do the named ones. Otherwise, that will... I mean, do I really need to worry about that? I'm like, I can just fix it if it... I'm only crafting one of these up. I don't need to worry about that. Nah, that's gonna annoy me. Let me just... Yeah, let me craft up the... I'll wait for the wetware, and then I can place them in. I don't think there's any... Actually, hold on. I think we can actually do that. If I do... 2, 3, 4... Can I drag them? I can. I never even thought to do that. I've always thought you, like, needed to, hold the physical items. Alright, well there we go. I'm not gonna need one of those again. Oh, infinite. That reminds me, let me throw that up there. I need to replace the... I need another one of those to replace the helium pump that I'm using, because that will probably drain that thing, so I want to get that taken care of. I'm just like looking at it, I'm like, do we need this stuff? Most of this we do need. Alright, we'll throw that there. Kind of matches those. Alright, space, elevator. This is going to be scary. It even kind of took a little bit of a second to sort itself out. Alright, well, it's always good when you do a craft for the first time, and you only have one thing that is we don't have recipe for. So that's a positive thing, right? Alright, this is relatively easy as well. Except for that. That is the scary part of this. The wetware mainframes that we're going to need. Because we need a heck of a lot of these. And also, I don't think I have this. We do this. I don't think we ever did that. Also, speaking of neutronium, we should check the... Nope, it's still running. We should see how much longer we have on that. Data stick. Data stick might take a second, because I'm sure... Oh no, maybe not. I was thinking the blast furnaces would be maybe taken up, but no, not too bad. Alright, so we'll get the thing for the data stick for the bases. Start doing that right now. It is pretty cool that since we are producing 100 million EU per tick, that I don't really have to worry about our blast furnaces using 50 million EU per tick kind of thing. And that looks really cool. I love that stack. I don't know, I just think it looks really cool. And then everything else on this is what I'm trying to do. Yeah, osmium, palladium, like none of this stuff is overly complicated. We have, I think, neutronium. Well, we're up to 11,000. That thing is just ticking away. And americium we got. Good. Palladium, we 374,000 now. We are good. All right, that was quick. that in there. Pretty sure we have everything except for palladium screws. I'm pretty sure I ran out of room. Yeah, I don't have. I have room for bolts. I think the screws were out of the. I could add another pattern. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's just add 2 while we're at it. Alright, so I guess we'll just start getting going with this space elevator. Now, if you don't know, a space elevator is used for ores and this one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ores and pumps as well. So there is a lot of things we can get from the space elevator. Also, like rare things like europium ore. Like this doesn't spawn anywhere. You can get it through the meteor, the blood magic meteors, but you can also get it through space mining. So instead of having to like use the fusion reactor, you can actually get the ore directly. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool for stuff that have like rare type metals. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. I need to figure out where the heck we're putting this too, by the way. This thing is huge. Alright, let's get this. Oh, I'm just casually crafting up this. I think the heavy duty plates are okay. The tier 8 ones. Yeah, tier 7 we're fine. The tier 8, our thing isn't high enough. It needs to be... You know what, I should just... Now that we're producing like massive amounts of power, I should just upgrade these. Yeah, the tier 8, if we remember, uses the... What is it? 8. In there somewhere. There it is. Yeah, 8 million EU. Whereas these are only doing UHV. So I have to manually increase that, but I don't have it running normally, but I think I probably should. Just didn't feel like upgrading that. Alright, just something to think about, just randomly. Just upgrades that are useful. Okay, let's come back. We will get this thing all crafted up. It's decently complicated. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that's a craft. I didn't see how much bytes this is using. Yep, 2.6 million different types of crafts it needs to do. That's pretty crazy. Alright, we'll come back when this has finished. Oh, that took a little bit longer than I realized. I didn't realize it was an 1800 second recipe. There we go. I was like, I thought it was stuck on the crafting part of the, it was like stuck on the one thing, but it was just a very long. Alright, so that really wasn't bad at all, to be honest. Like I said, I had to make, what, one recipe? Not a problem, but yeah, is there... I thought there was a quest for... Might just not be... Maybe it wasn't added yet. We got that. Because that... The DTPF is definitely after Space Elevator. I thought there was a... Could have sworn there was a thing. Oh, yeah, the... Not a noob anymore thing. Let's go look at that really quick. I haven't looked at that. Alright, we're up to 565,000 seconds. Still got like 300,000 left. So yeah, it's taking a little while. That's also why I have a battery in there, because if it doesn't get enough power, because I'm messing with something, it'll reset. So that's why I threw a battery in there. And I'm using the single block, because I didn't want to take up the multi-block. Alright, we got a space elevator. Let's get going with this. So, this thing is absolutely massive, and I have no idea where the... Where does the controller go? Hello, where is the controller? I have no idea what part is the controller. We see it anywhere? Is that it? There it is. I think that's the controller. Yeah, alright. So, it's about, what, 4 blocks up, I think it is? Alright. Question is, where the heck are we going to put this thing? So, we're going to need lots of room. I'm thinking they're over here. But more likely, probably, maybe over here. The only problem with this is my kind of like chemical reactors. I don't want to block them off. We have some big ones over here though already. Maybe I should put it over here. I don't know. This area is a little bit kind of funny. Yeah, if I put it over here, that's maybe over... I don't know. Let's just plop it down somewhere and see how big this thing is. Alright, so for example, like here we have a power. Let's just throw it down over here and... I don't remember how wide the base is. I don't know. And then like up 4 or something like that. Sure. We'll put it right there. Okay. So here comes the scary bit. Let's do this. Let's see how big this thing is. Oh boy. It was too far away. There we go. So. Okay, that's only like a couple blocks up. I guess I put that way too high. That's not too bad though. I don't know. I don't like it there. It needs to be somewhere that's easily accessible by our laser network, obviously. It fit right here. It didn't feel as big as I thought it was going to, actually. Also, how much would that sucked if I didn't have my magnet on? This might be too close. I don't know. Let's just kind of getting a feel for this thing. You know what? It kind of fits there. I would obviously would have to move that, but I don't know. All right, I am gonna have to sort out what I want to do with that. Let's look at what, other than the casings, these things that require obviously the circuits. We're gonna need lots of those. We do get 8 though. So we need 773 of those. What are we kind of looking at with that? I'm kind of worried to see. Man, we have everything. I don't even have to make a recipe for that. We are just short on europium, which I have been going through that. We used to have 60,000 of it. All right, I need to get this crafting up europium again. I used it to craft up a whole bunch of tritanium. What we really need, almost done with 10,000 ingots of tritanium. What we really need is a dedicated fusion reactor. So I may actually repurpose 2 of these. We don't really need 6 of them now. Because we're not using, like, we're gaining a decent amount. We only have 4 of it actually producing tin plasma. That is why tin plasma is so much better than immersium. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to... I was going to wait to use up all this plutonium. But I kind of want to get this... I could just fill, like, a whole bunch of fusion reactors over here doing different things. Maybe I'll do that. Actually, what I think I'll do... Another change of plan. I think we'll do... This will be europium, and then I will set up these top 2. I'll just split them off and stack 2. And one will be the geranium and one will be the tritanium. So we'll just feed the tritanium into the other one, I think. Maybe that's what we'll do. That work? I'm just like, we produced geranium fast enough for that? I don't know. Okay, so let me split this off and probably build it maybe right here to fill in some of this. Also, while I am here, let me support structure. I don't remember this being difficult. Plasmodium, neutronium, nequadria. Alright, that's not... And you get 8 each. So the one saving grace is you do get 8 at a time. So that definitely lowers the amount. But it's still a decent amount. But nothing... Like, none of this is overly complicated other than all the circuits. Alright, just a quick update here. Crafting up all the parts, other than the europium, which I should have been having crafting a bit earlier. It is crafting up now. It's not slow, but it's not like I'm not getting like thousands in seconds kind of thing. So it is, you know, a pretty quick recipe at this point with the tier 3. It only takes 8 ticks for, I mean, that's just a partial ingot, but yeah, so it's just ticking along. I'm letting the world run while I'm doing other stuff. You can actually see we're up to 76 trillion EU. The world's just been running. So yeah, I am crafting up all the parts. I've crafted up 400 of those space elevator things so far. And we need 373 more or something like that. Yeah, 373 more, which we need some more europium. 1700. So just letting the world run for that. But I am crafting up the other parts. As you can see, I've crafted up 600 and I think it was 623 for that part. 620. I'm moving on to other ones. So one we need 360. And the most annoying bit for this is the high-powered casings. Like, but we'll get that going. That is that part. So yeah, cruising along here. Now, there are different tiers, and I'm just starting with the 1, but I am kind of wondering if we should just jump to a higher tier off to get going with, because as we know, let's do this. There is different modules you add. So there is this mining module, there's an assembler module, there is a pump module. Don't really know what those do. They do something, obviously. I don't know. It's probably just like part of higher tier ones. So I'm just like, oh, should we put in the Space Mining Mark III first? That's a bit expensive. Because we need quite a... Well, actually, don't we need only like one? I really just need to get it built, and then we'll kind of see. The question is, like, if I want to do a tier 3... Okay, can't do tier 3, because it needs higher tier motors. I guess that's kind of my question. So the first one starts with UV, and then as you go up, obviously, like the tier 3 mining requires that. And yeah, requires space-time stuff. So I think probably just getting started with the very first one. And we're not going to be getting the super rare materials out of it first. Also, the pump. Say, wait. Oh, yeah. Like, look at that. That requires space time just to get up to module Mark 2. Yeah, so definitely going to start with the 1. I don't think it's really possible to go for the higher tier ones right off the bat, which kind of makes sense. There it is. That's what I was looking for. So ooh, the pumping requires the Mark II to work. All right, so we're definitely not going to be able to get everything right off the bat. But like I said, we're going to have to get this up and running, and then we will see. I was just debating whether there was benefits to maybe skipping, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. So the main thing we're probably going to do in it first is space mining. So this requires a Mark 1. That requires a Mark 1. And then we'll get into this. I am kind of curious about the computation. That kind of tells me... I don't know what that tells me. Does that mean we need... like a research module? I don't know. I'm just going to get this going. None of this stuff is out of our league. It just takes a little bit of time. All right. I have done this. We have lots of adamantium. Durability. I haven't seen this before. Comes to still HSS, SSG, ruined it. That's kind of annoying. Alright, well, we have everything, though. That's its own kind of annoyingness. Alright, we need a lot of that. That might be one of the most annoying bits. Yeah, because we need a lot of that. I don't want to... I'm like, I don't want to have to go that press or something. Maybe I can get it from... Man, this stuff. Like, zirconia is kind of annoying. Bismuth tellurite's kind of annoying. Press stuff is annoying. Get you from somewhere that's not annoying. Give me a B. I want a B. Oh man, am I gonna have to go to Ross something, that moon, and set up another miner? I might. So I've gone ahead and made recipes for a few of the things, and it's actually not as bad as I was thinking it would be. This is the 800 that we are going to need. The only thing we are short on, other than neutronium, but now that our power is awesome, we can just have the Mega Blast Furnace craft some of it up. Yeah, the only thing we're a little short on is this Praseolite stuff, but as I was looking at in our thing, we actually have some here. This is from the last time I went. We do need the Exquisite for these, so I'm not going to use those, but I'm going to just pulverize this stuff down. that should be enough to get us through this recipe. I really just didn't want to have to go up to Ross and mine up or put down a miner just for like one craft. That would have been really annoying. Also, I think I'm avoiding calcite, and I don't particularly want to start processing a whole bunch of calcite. So I just made I haven't even looked, to be honest. Yeah. We just need a few pieces of calcite. I don't remember which one of them required calcite. The wet concrete, that's what it was. It requires some calcite. So I just made a quick recipe. It literally just a piece of carbon and some oxygen gets us calcite. I'm like, that's fine. I don't need to process calcite from our thing. I do think once I get around to getting another infinity chest, I'm just going to pump every single thing into the infinity chest. A separate one from that, I think. But, alright. So, I think we got enough for 800 of this now. Yeah. Alright. So we'll get that going. Yeah, these 800 neutronium plates require quite a bit of neutronium. So we'll get that going. I think we got the space elevator. Yes, we got the space elevator internal structure. Alright, unfortunately, though, this is going to take me another episode. I thought this was going to take like 10 episodes, but I'm thinking we might be able to get this built next episode. I mean, this stuff is just, we're just chugging along with these parts. Nothing is too crazy. Like I said, other than the europium, which now we're up to almost 7,000 for the base casings, nothing seems too terrible. So, yeah, I don't remember, didn't we need like 1,800 last time I checked? We're down to 1,100, so we're chugging along with this stuff. I'm going to figure out where I want to build this, and then, yeah, we'll come back. So this will be part 1 of our space elevator multi-block. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.